Okay. Well, it is 10 o'clock, so I welcome you all to this Registration and Licensing Committee of Neath Talbot Council. It's the 4th of April 2022 at 10 o'clock. This meeting will be taking place using the Teams protocol, which by now you are all very well aware of. However, if I would just stress, please don't use the chat for any debate. If you wish to speak, raise your physical hand or your electronic hand, and somebody will call you in. And well, I will call you in, but somebody will notice. Please keep your microphones off unless you are called to speak. Keep the background noise as quiet as you can. I know it's difficult in houses. And if you wish to raise a question, if you could be helpful and raise, if it's on the pages, the page number. Okay, that being said, the only other thing I'd like to say is this is probably the last meeting of this administration. So thank you very much for coming. I know that it's strange for this, for people outside to realise that licensing actually doesn't stop in Purda. So we are legal to hold this meeting. It's a registration and licensing meeting, so that's fine. Okay, that's the welcome. Tammy, would you please take the roll call?
Certainly, Chair. I've marked yourself as present. Vice Chair, Councillor David Whitelock.
Present, thank you, Tammy.
Thank you. Councillor Rydian Mason.
I'm present, Tammy.
Thank you. Councillor Sharon Freegard.
Present, Tammy.
Thank you. Councillor John Miller.
Present, Tammy.
Thank you. Councillor Joe Hale.
Present, thank you, Tammy.
Thank you. Councillor Arthur Davis. Councillor Martin Peters.
Present, thank you, Tammy.
Thank you. Councillor Carolyn Edwards. Councillor Nicola Davis. Councillor Christopher John Jones.
Present, Tammy.
Thank you. Councillor Rachel Louise Taylor. Councillor Hugh Jones. Councillor Jane Jones.
If I could say there, Tam, she asked me if the meeting was going ahead by email yesterday, and I didn't see it until this morning. So, you know, she's obviously looking to see whether it was running. So mark her as apologies, probably. Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. Noted. Councillor Adam McGrath. Oh, there we go. I shall move on to officers. Licensing Officer Peter Malloch.
Present, Tammy.
Thank you. Representing South Wales Police, Nick Bailey.
Present, thank you, Tammy.
Thank you. Legal Officer Mike Shaw.
Yes, thank you, Tammy.
Thank you. And myself, Tammy Davis, the Democratic Services Officer for today. Also in attendance, Chair, we have the applicant for agenda item 5, the application for a Hackney carriage and private hire driver licence. That's David Phillips.
Good morning, Mr. Phillips.
Mr. Phillips, can you just confirm you're present and that you can hear us okay? You're on mute. Okay, Mr. Phillips is present, Chair.
We'll try and sort out the problems then with the sound, yeah.
There we are. I'm sure he can hear us, but he's on mute at the moment. So there we are. Have I missed anybody off the roll call who will be participating in this morning's meeting? No, there we go, Chair. The roll call is complete.
Okay, just before we go forward then, can we just make sure that the applicant can hear and can use the microphone and equipment? Tam, just before we go any further, because I don't
sorry, Chair. I'm afraid that I can't do anything regarding that as I don't have the applicant's details, and I guess the only way we'd be able to check on that is to actually ring him on a mobile, for example. Pete, is there something you could do to assist the Chair with this one, please?
Would that be possible, Pete? Because I don't really want to start the meeting without him being able to hear the whole thing.
Yeah. Do you want me to I can get his mobile number. I can.
Yeah, if you go on mute for a bit.
Oh, bear with, Chair. I think Mr. Phillips, we can hear you now. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can hear
that's
you.
fine, Mr. Phillips. I just didn't want to start the meeting at all if we couldn't get confirmation that you could both hear and speak.
Yeah, I'm awfully sorry about that. I'd like
No,
to
that's fine.
apologise, but I can hear you clearly now.
That's fine.
But
You
I
could just
can't get the camera to work on the iPad.
no
for some reason.
problem at all. Don't worry about that.
I'd like to apologise for that. I'm awfully
Okay.
sorry.
Put your microphone back on mute now then, and when is the appropriate time, I will call on you to make your submissions, okay?
Okay, thanks very much.
All right then, that's fine. So as long as we are clear on that. Right, item 3 is minutes of the previous meeting. These can be found in your bundle on pages 3 to 4. I would ask if anybody has any comments to make about them, and if not, could I ask for a proposer that they are a true record?
I propose, Chair.
Thank you. A seconder?
I second, Chair.
That's fine. Thank you, Tammy. If you'll note that those minutes have been ratified. So we'll go on to item 4 now. It is access to meetings, and that pursuant to section 100A.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Chair. Sorry about that. But are you going to take the committee through declarations of interest before we move into private, just so we have a record of it on now?
Well, the only thing is, until we go into private, they won't have a record of everything that's going to.
Okay.
I like Mr. Shaw's advice on this. What should we do it now or
Yeah.
after we've gone into private?
Yes, Madam Chair, I would recommend that you go into private session and then deal with the declarations of interest at that stage.
Fine. Okay. Tammy, is that all right? I mean,
Fab. Yes, Chair.
you're going to hold
that's
record
fab.
of
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yes, certainly. I will hold a record of the declarations,
Lovely.
Chair. Anyway.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
we'll go to item 4, which is access to meetings. That pursuant to section 100A in brackets 4 and 5 of the Local Government Act 1972, the public be excluded for the following items of business which involve the likely disclosure of exempt information as defined in paragraphs 12 and 15 of part 4 of schedule 12A of the above act. Do I have a proposer, please?
I propose we move into private, Chair.
And seconded.